Hi, Stanley. Stanley, come here. Are we live? I see the neighbors out there and their dog barking. All right, well, we're live. We gotta get Gigi out from wherever the depths of. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Lovely weather we're having.
Long time no see.
Hey, we're back for another Taco Tuesday.
I forgot I had my volume on.
So I'm Andy.
And I'm Gigi.
Did you run like a half marathon or something?
I was back there. I just ran. I
Checked
ran
out
back
the garden.
home.
All right, cool.
No, I ran back home from Grandma and Grandpa's.
Oh, that's right. That's why we were gone last week. We were going to try to do that Zoom one, but that didn't quite work out. This isn't between two ferns. This is
Cacti.
around two cacti. Three cacti. Three cacti from Utah.
And he is by 4.
Yeah, because she looks like a cactus. So, today's Taco Tuesday. We got a couple things we're going to hit. Kind of what Gigi's been up to all week. What I've been up to. Some of the things that are coming up pretty soon here. Some with our Saturday broadcast. Some announcements on that. And a nice little gem that I found while I was cleaning out the garage. And we're going to share some of it with you guys. But, yeah, we're not in our normal spot, are we, Gigi?
No, this is actually where we filmed the intro.
It is where we filmed the intro. That's the last time we were out here filming was the intro. In fact, roll the intro. Similar. I mean, I was sitting over there.
Yeah, and if you take a close look at that, there's actually snow.
Yes, there was.
Sadly,
it was snowing at that time.
No snow.
No snow
Yay.
now. Please, no more snow.
Please.
Coronavirus already took away our lacrosse season. We don't need snow.
Yeah.
To add on. You know, we got the killer bees. Now.
Got the killer bees.
Killer bees. Wu-Tang.
The Simpsons predicted another thing yet again.
So, I mean, we got Corona and the killer bees, so what's next? What is May going to throw at us?
Acid rain.
What is the universe going to throw at us for
rain.
making Old Town Road a #1 hit last year?
Acid rain.
Acid rain?
Acid
well,
rain. April showers.
I think you're going to hit us with
or
worse.
The flowers might grow feet and then walk up like Plants vs. Zombies.
You know, you just said that about the Simpsons before too, and I was just thinking with the bees and Simpsons. Made me think of Homer with the do your worst. What are you going to do? Send the dogs at me, or the bees, or the dogs that when they bark they shoot bees out of their mouth?
So maybe that's what May brings us.
That's what May's going to bring us, but
most importantly, what today is going to bring us is reminding you guys of something important: to subscribe.
Yes. Make sure you hit subscribe.
Whoa, don't know what's going on with that.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, so
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button and click the bell and so you get notified every single time we go live or post a new video. We
got some fans and friends that have already done that and know every time we go live they hit that bell, they get the notification saying, hey, they're going live. We had quite a few of you that were tuning in 2 weeks ago, or no, last week. Yeah, last Saturday. For the Saturday broadcast. It's from the sun and all that.
Yeah, what the heck, son? So sorry we brought up The Simpsons and now we're
yellow.
Them.
See, that's okay.
So.
But yeah, anyways, some of the friends and fans and family and everybody that was tuning in during the Saturday broadcast where Gigi wasn't there, it was my buddy Jesse, who he'll be coming in for other shows too. One that we'll drop an announcement on later, but yeah, it was cool. There were folks tuning in and checking that out, and like Michael, I found out that he actually he tuned his guitar to what we tuned, which is half step down for those that were wondering, and jams with us. I think it's really awesome. I love hearing that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So Gigi, you were not here last week.
No, I was gone for 12 days.
Up in virtually Canada.
We did go to the Canadian border. Very interesting. they're working on a new bridge.
Yes, that's right. The new International Bridge.
So I'm gonna share a couple things of what happened while I was up there. So my grandpa and I, we decided. Well, he actually started this with Adam, but then he and I completely redid it. So I did a lot of work with him, and we built a fireplace. And so Adam actually like he helped build it, but then my grandpa and I, we transferred the sand and we put in different blocks, and yeah, we finished it up. And it is more done than how it shows because we did put more stuff on.
We're gonna have to work on our fire pit, which is back that way.
So we did put. You can see in that photo that there's black dirt, and we put some grass seed down. So there's gonna be grass.
It looks
there.
awesome. Like I can't wait to go up and visit and see what it looks like. It's gonna be a little bit of time before we can visit, but you guys were up there so that you could help out with stuff around.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a yay, forget social distancing, we're gonna go do whatever we want. It was
it was to help Grandma and Grandpa.
We've been quarantining basically since
2 months.
Like mid-March, and we all knew everything. Everything was fine. No one was on fire. We're okay. And then it was like the kids can go up for about a week at a time to help out with stuff up there.
The only thing that was on fire was the fire pit and Google's eyes. For the people who don't know, this Google is a dog. She has laser eyes when you put on flash in photos. We just discovered this very recently, and very scary and very funny. It is now my background on my phone.
It's very typical with animals for that because of their cornea or whatever. Pupil.
That's not very.
Because our cats do that too.
Funny.
We get good laser cat photos.
I was gonna say it's not very corny, but.
Corny. What else did you do while you were up there? You made a friend. Speaking of cats.
Oh yes, Buck Snort. Okay, Buck Snort. He is the most friendly, disabled cat I've ever met. And you always see cats like this on like the dodo, and you always want to meet them in real life. And I finally got to meet one. His name is Buck Snort.
Very jealous that you got to meet him. He's like that ugly cute.
So yes, he's missing half a nose. He has 3 toes on each foot, and he's got
big toes too.
And he has huge toes, and he's got thumbs. And you can see he's pretty messed up in the face, but he's really. I think he's adorable, and he's very friendly. He's very talkative, and so I forgot. I think it's not a lumber co, but it's like they transport dirt and sand.
Yeah, the lumber company and.
Yeah, and so.
Speaking of cat, I'm seeing the neighbor's cat in the window over there.
He's the cat. There, and his name is Buck Snort because when he sneezes, he doesn't stop sneezing for about 5 minutes, and he sounds like a buck, and he snorts. So that's Buck Snort.
I like him.
So yeah, and then
be his friend.
He is a very friendly cat, and if everybody could meet him, they totally should.
And what else did you do?
Well, rhymes with beating. I beat Grandpa at Rummy. And he actually placed last, and this is like unheard of. Nobody beats Grandpa at Rummy ever,
except his brother.
Yeah,
his brother is pretty fierce. I've played Rummy with them, and I did beat his brother one time, and that was like that was a bigger miracle than the 1980 hockey team.
Well, it's not even that. I'm just like that. I beat him. He placed when we played our group games. He placed last twice, and I beat everybody twice.
So
and that is also unheard of. I don't ever win Rummy, so
you just basically blasted Grandpa on our podcast. What else do you got?
I found the cactus that fell into my drink.
No way. She bumped the cactus while we were setting up, and bits of the cacti fell off, and I was like, it's gonna end up in either your glass or my delicious Arnold Palmer. Ernard Hermer.
You know, I said, how funny would it be if I accidentally swallowed it during the broadcast, but.
Well, then that would match with your eye because you had that sty. So then you'd have like that in your throat, and you'd just be like falling apart on camera.
Okay, let's move on to your week.
Well, I was gonna say, did you want to show the fail, the Google fail?
Yeah, let's talk about Google really quickly again.
Laser
Google.
dog.
Google. Laser-eyed Google. So, yeah.
You're trying to throw a treat to her, and
So I have lots of videos like that because Google, like, during the wintertime, we'd throw snowballs at her and we'd have her catch them.
I do have video
And
of that.
he does have video.
Not
That's for weeks
Yeah,
ahead.
we'll have to do that. We'll have like a Google fails
Yeah.
segment. Everyone they'll hear Google fails and they'll think like search engine Google fails.
No.
But
Our dog, the dog, Googled.
And I've probably said Google so many times, at least one of our phones is trying to do a search.
Mine hasn't. Woo-hoo.
Good.
So, all right, but yes, let's talk about your week while I've been gone. A huge part of your morning.
Yeah, that was a big deal. As my morning routine had changed because you weren't there. Let's see, one of the big projects, because I've been talking about all the projects we've been doing around the house, the changes. We might even be able to show the wall a little bit later that I built for Steph's above ground garden. But the big project that I was working on this last week was the garage floor. We did talk about that a little bit during the Saturday broadcast for music. There's kind of like the in-between, so you can see what the what it looked like. And so this house was built 16 years ago. Oh, that's going to actually come back a little later about the 16-year theme. House was built 16 years ago, so that's still the same floor. I noticed like the cracks and the potholes and things, so laid down some cement, sanded it so it was smooth like the rest, and painted it. Awesome with Home Depot, great deal. So then here's the finished product. There's 2 pictures here. So that's what the garage is looking like now. So
it keeps the floor a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Instead of like freezing cold in the winter, even just daily basis.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I mean, it wasn't that bad. The thing that took the longest was just moving stuff around. But I mean, if you don't have anything in your garage or you completely clear it out, you can get that job done in a day, no problem. Unless you're doing the filling and everything, then it's probably gonna be a 2 to 3 day thing. You fill, clean, paint it. I had a buddy tell me it's like a $2,000 job. Someone else told me, another friend told me $3,000 job. I was able to do it for like $150 to $200. Yeah, so that's that part. So, and actually we'll talk about the music, because you saw the drum kit on that last picture.
You want to know what else is huge?
What?
Penelope.
Yes.
Penelope got fat.
Should we go with that
she got
real quick?
Huge.
Okay, so right there, the black and white cat in the foreground is Penelope. Now the one in the background is Stanley, who we usually call Fatty, and he has been losing some weight, clearly because Penelope and Phyllis have been eating all of his food. This picture right here I took because right next to our front door, a robin made a nest, like right on the light, right by the door, and we named her Henrietta.
Henrietta.
And she's gotten so used to us. It's really cool.
She hates me. She absolutely hates me.
Because you were gone for a week.
I tried to take a picture of her, and she flew at me and scared me to death. I screamed, and all the neighbors looked at me, and I felt super embarrassed.
There are so many times I've gone out the garage just to like not bug her, because otherwise the door swings right by her. Because there was one day I went to leave, and I'm like, Henrietta, move, Henrietta. I'm talking to this robin, like she understands me. She's just staring at me. And then I'm finally like, okay, fine. I open the door, swings right past her. I'm like, please don't fly into the house. And she squawks and flies away, and that was it. And then she came back, of course. But we love Henrietta. She's awesome. And the cats,
just like that, flies
as
away.
you can see in that picture, are keeping a close eye on her.
Yes, babysitting her.
Now, real quick, backtrack, because I was talking about with the drum kit in the garage. So, again, last week, Jesse was over here, and we were doing the Saturday broadcast, the Wright County Poor Boys. So once I finished with the garage floor and it was painted, all set, and I could move around there, I set up the drum kit and set up the mics and everything, because Gigi and I are going to be doing some recordings. I wanted to do a couple. Those that have known me for a long time, I had an old band, Under None. You can still find us on Facebook, on Spotify, Apple or iTunes, all that stuff, Amazon, we're everywhere still. And we recorded our album about 10 years ago. It wasn't like all artists can understand. Like you look back and you're like, oh, I wish I could. I didn't like how this turned out. I always wanted to kind of have that in utero sound, like Nirvana in utero. And so I'm going to re-record one or two of those songs. We're doing covers where Gigi and I are going to do covers, and we're going to put them up on YouTube. The videos, the audio, all of it. And so, yeah, tracking drums right now for that. And preparing for a couple shows that are going to be coming up in the garage that aren't just us. We're going to do an actual, because Jesse was part of Under None years ago, we're going to do basically an Under None reunion with the 2007 lineup of Josh, Jesse, and myself. We're going to do a broadcast in about 2-3 weeks. So,
all right,
cool.
hold on.
Uh-oh,
I have
do we
to
have a
make
comment?
a disclaimer. So, Grandpa has texted me.
Uh-oh.
He says, I forgot to tell everybody how many times he absolutely destroyed me in Rummy. It was not just once. Like, he beat me every single time we played one-on-one. I have not beat him on one-on-one,
You
but
only
I have
beat him in
him in
group.
group.
It's the only way you can beat him.
And the one time I was about to beat him, he rummied the first hand, so I lost 70 points with the Fat Queen.
With the Fat Queen.
So I
That's
would've
the
beat him.
Queen of Spades for
So,
those that
yes.
aren't hip to the lingo.
I don't think anybody actually says that anymore, but okay.
Hip to
But
the lingo? What?
I have not heard anybody ever say that ever. Okay, but yes, my bad. Forgot to bring that up. I'm not the best at Rummy. So it's not something that I actually win at ever. Except occasionally. And he wanted me to tell you it's not true, but he let us win. Or he let me win. We all know that's not true.
All right. So, wrapped up a little bit with the music thing. Make sure you're tuning in. We were going to have Lithium and Pivot playing this weekend, but one of the bandmates, his wife is very pregnant, so we all want to be, socially responsible and everything with COVID, so we're going to postpone for a little bit with that performance, but it'll probably be you and me, kid. We'll probably play on Saturday for a little while. And we're going to keep working on those recordings. Can't wait to show you guys. Really happy with how the drums have turned out. So this is gonna be pretty neat, the process and all. One other thing that I guess I did while you were up north was the Monticello Lacrosse Club. Everyone got all their swag, their gear. You got
I got sweatpants.
Sweatpants, yep.
They're my favorite pair of sweatpants now.
Producer got tank top and this same hat. Shout out to Osco Rally Gear for making all that awesome stuff. So all the rally gear came in, the sock orders, jerseys, all that. So your brother and I were in the garage with all of that stuff after a couple board members dropped it off. Went through all of it, bagged it for every person in town. I had the list, had the addresses, sectioned it out in a map, sent that out to the rest of the board, and we spent like 2 days or so just going around town doing door deliveries. So
do you know what else was bagged up and brought home?
What?
Our school stuff.
We
got
right.
On the 5th, 6th, and 7th last week, we got to bring home all of our stuff from school. Very sad.
It was very surreal going into the gym.
I wasn't there.
For Noah at the high school, they basically walked in, they were given gloves, and the lockers were all open, and they were told, go to your locker, take your stuff out, and be gone. And
yeah, we at the middle school, the administration, for people who don't know what that is, it's like the principal
and staff and teachers,
and
yes.
the teacher, so the staff. But they bagged up all of our stuff for us, gym clothes, stuff from classes, and everything in our lockers. And they put them in garbage bags, labeled them, and gave them to us in the arena?
Well, hold on, because I know the elementary schools, they did a drive-up drop-off. You drive up, say your name, and that someone will come out with your bag. With the middle school, you walk in, fill out the forms, and then you go into the auditorium or the gym. And it was really surreal because it was just all these garbage bags all over it. Honestly felt like going into one of those pop-up morgues where it's body. I mean, it was.
Oh my God!
It was very very surreal. It was.
That's the one thing that you can
'Cause
think
it was
of in the
totally
word
quiet.
surreal.
It was very, very like somber and quiet.
So like the last day of school, or like
No.
when you're packing up your stuff to go to college.
No, like it had a totally different
Surreal.
feel. But what I
Yeah.
will say, and I know I posted about that on the Monticello parents page, like I will say it to the staff, the principals, the teachers, all of them, they did such an awesome job running it. Like even though it had that weird, it was a ambiance
Dense
to it.
feeling.
It was run very, very well. So thank you guys. Yeah. I mean, you made the best of a bad situation and you knocked it out. Home run. What's up? So producers like waving and it's like, what?
Oh.
And it's, yeah. What? Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah. Okay.
What do we got next?
Yeah. What do we got next? don't know
Okay,
what
we're
that
going right to
is.
that one. So
I have no idea what that is.
instead of doing the video one, because we don't want to do all the segments every time, we want to change it up a little bit. So like the last time we did the surprise video where we try to get each other's reaction.
Yeah.
I want to showcase a video to you guys right now. When I was cleaning out the garage and repainting the floor and all that, I came across a DVD that had some just absolute gems. And this is one with, in our old college house, 2004, so 16 years ago, Gardner and my buddy Phil. I think Phil might be tuning in. I was just chatting with him earlier about this, telling him that I found this. I got more. We're going to show some of these later on, and we're going to put them on our YouTube channel, but let's roll this absolute gem. And I will do some commentary.
Andy's dad. Oh my gosh, you guys. Gardner and Phil, the roommate. Whose computer monitor is this? Andy, the battery's low.
That is an old computer monitor.
Oh my god. Oh my
belonged to
god.
Phil.
I mean, can't you tell?
It
Hey,
just didn't
Andy,
work.
talk
There
to
was,
the
like,
I was
burnt
looking
out
for a
pixels.
computer monitor.
And no one's got
This is my old one.
She wouldn't want this one?
Of course, the logical
The reason I get
thing
rid of
to
it
do
is
was
it's got a
to
light pixel burnt out.
destroy it ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why we thought of hockey.
We've got an audience here.
This is where it gets very weird, and I'll shut up.
Got neighborhood kids checking things out here. I'm afraid the battery's gonna run out in a second. Uh-oh, what? Do you have a rock or something? Oh! Come on, wait.
I wanted to watch it.
You guys are destructive little imps.
Right. Hey, you should get the broom.
Holy crap.
That's it.
That's always something
WWF
that you
style.
need. Is just.
It does
Okay,
come
I
into
didn't-
play in one of the other videos that I did find with
We
that.
will be releasing.
Yeah, we'll put these up on our YouTube channel just because they're funny. We did have another one that we found where it was producer and her brothers and I, and it was with an old printer that just did not work. So we took it out to, well, no, you know what? I'm not going to reveal it because we're going to have to debut that and put that on our YouTube channel. The entire thing. It is awesome.
Speaking.
There's some geese.
All right. Speaking of YouTube channel. All right. So we're gonna do a shout out. Oh, hi Penelope.
Hi, Penelope.
Okay, you guys couldn't see
You
her.
got chunky.
Yeah, she got fat.
That's the one that we showed the picture of
She-
earlier.
But
All right.
okay, shout out time to
Yep.
Adam. Correct.
Yep.
Correct. Okay, Adam. So
while
when he was up in
yeah.
when he was up in Baudette, where I just got back from, he was watching. They're watching along.
That was
The Echo Dot's
that
going
was the
off.
one from like 2 weeks ago or whatever, where where you cut
Well,
producer's
I cut
hair.
producer's hair, and
Yep.
by the way, it looks amazing We did do
It was
some
marvelous.
trimmings. We did do some like touch-ups at the end. I have
The
no
dot-
idea what the Echo Dot is saying.
It told us to do the scone.
Scone. The scoon.
Scoon. We'll have to talk about that in another podcast. If you have cats, you're going to want to look into that.
I'm cold.
Or do you? Yes, you do.
I'm cold.
Well, we should probably wrap it up pretty soon. It would have been kind of cool to do it by the fire, too.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
Yep.
Speaking of that, if anybody knows that video, it's great. But it's a cat video.
We always
so
like to leave you with a cat video.
I'm
Although we do have one
cold.
more thing to talk about after the cat video.
I'm
But let's
cold.
roll the cat video. It's a long meowing yell. So, all right, quick little story here. We have something exciting happening tomorrow. So,
We do.
producer was making something in the microwave last week and dropped this hot jar of oil essentially out of the microwave onto the oven, onto the
Cracked it.
stovetop, completely cracking
Cracked it.
the stovetop.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I've been here for so long and I haven't even noticed.
Oh, you
I
have to
haven't.
look.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been looking at it and everything.
So we looked it up, and to do all the fixing and the part and everything, I'm like, oh, it costs this much. How much is it to just replace the whole thing? And like Home Depot had a great sale, and the appliance is already 16 years old, and like the buttons aren't always working all right.
Oh yeah, we really just need a new
Now
one.
the top is cracked, and so I was like, you know what? For the extra like $150 or whatever it is, let's just get a new one. So
So we're getting a new one,
it's coming tomorrow. We're getting a new, actually not just a new stove,
but a microwave too.
matching microwave as well.
If anybody has like tuned in far enough at the end of our broadcast, you'd know our little Easter egg where every single time we go, microwave. Every time.
And the origin of that was from the very first podcast that we did.
When
Noah wanted to make,
Yeah.
I think, ramen or something.
yeah, no one wanted
And we're
to
like,
make
hey,
something.
you know, not yet. We're
Like,
we're
yeah,
doing the
we
broadcast.
we said don't make anything, and so he came up a little bit
Right at
too
the end.
early, and so we were rolling the
The
outro,
end credits.
the end credits, and then all of a sudden, if you listen really carefully,
Hear
you
the
can
door
hear
close.
the door close, buttons beep, and then and the microwave goes off, and so we've just been saying
And you could
microwave.
hear someone say microwave.
You heard me. You can
Right.
You can hear me say microwave.
Right when it cut, so that's the last thing you hear. So that's been an Easter egg thing that we always try to do at the end of our broadcast. When it goes dark, you'll hear like whatever, and then you'll hear microwave. And so we're gonna pay homage to the microwave that's going away.
And we're gonna keep the old one.
I don't know
Correct?
about that.
Oh.
But anyways, we're gonna do like you watch TV shows and you hear Fremulon and all that. So we're gonna do
Microwave Productions.
microwave
Probably.
production, something with that. So
Otherwise, Producer Productions.
yep, we're gonna do something with the microwave. You know what? I will stall. You're gonna keep doing that.
Okay. So if anybody can't tell,
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're wrapping
I don't know
it
if
up.
there's any comments or anything.
Get on with it.
If there's any comments or anything to respond to, nope. All right, cool. Thank you
So-
for those that are tuning in. Thank you to those that are going to be checking this out after it's aired, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So keep it going, guys. We love that you do that. Again, make sure you're subscribing, all that good stuff. And
fantastic, groovy, and all that stuff.
all right, well, I'm Andy,
And I'm Gigi.
and we'll see you guys probably Saturday. Otherwise, Tuesday for next week's.
No, you did it wrong.
What?
This has been the D5
Talk
Oh
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.